The higher dimensional vector that we talked about in our last video are not there just for the sake of having them. They have some very practical uses. For example, when LLM processes text, the first thing it does is something called word embedding, where each English word is embedded into a very high dimensional vector space. So for example, if we have a word like is, there would be 10 or 20,000 numbers, just a collection of which is representing is. Similarly, we'll have vectors for each English word. The interesting thing about all of this is how vector algebra plays into it. So if you have a vector for the word boy and you have a vector for the word feminine, if you add both of these vectors with our usual rule of vector algebra that we learned, the resulting vector would be close to the word girl. That is, boy plus feminine is equal to girl. Not just that, if you have English words that are synonyms, for example, gorgeous and beautiful, they are synonyms. So the vectors of these two words, after processed by the LLM, would be very close to each other, which means if you look at the cosine similarity of these two vectors, it would be very high. So vector algebra, although we can't visualize in very high dimensions, it still follows all the intuitions we had in our 3 dimension, and it still is a very practical thing even if we can't visualize it.